Alright, so we're back with another TUR tier list update. There's actually a few changes I want to go ahead and make to this list. Um, I have not actually done a version of this list with Pyon and Janemba, but I think there's also one other character besides the Blue Kaioken Goku and a hit that just came out that I also would like to move around. But realistically, a lot of things are roughly the same. There hasn't been a new event that's like changed things up that I really want to consider. So we're gonna go in with the usual tier list thing I do, where we have, this is the red zone tier list, then we have the battle hardened formidable foes tier list, and then finally we're gonna end off with the festival battles tier list. Then we'll take a combination of these and actually create the top 10 list I would have. Now, one thing I'm gonna do different is that I'm not gonna have the top 10 list pre-made. I'm gonna just live take a look here. This is the last top 10 list I made. We're gonna look here, make the changes based off of, the new updates to these three as a, combined nature of all three lists, and come to a decision based off of what I feel currently the characters are, doing in game. And again, it's mostly new characters rather than the events getting harder and things like that, because like red zones, for example, I'm considering mostly the Jiren fights. Blue Goku, I think, is also consideration. Battle hardened foes, we're considering the, I think pretty much the last three stages, I think, is a very, very good consideration because all three of them are pretty difficult. Then festival battles is just one event, so there we go. Let's hop right in. So I think we're gonna just talk about, honestly, Blue Kaioken Goku. I think is the first guy we're gonna talk about here. And the more you use this guy, the more I hate him. I think this guy sucks. I think this guy, unfortunately, just did not live up to expectations. I feel like when you use this guy, he can have turns where he looks pretty powerful, especially if you have EGO Blue Kaioken Goku with him, which that guy comes out later tonight. But with EGO Blue Kaioken Goku, man, this guy gets so much explosive power, but there's a huge difference between having the EGO Blue Kaioken with this guy and not having this guy. I mean, there's multiple turns where this guy, even on a full reps Universe 17, getting everything here, he's doing like, except for this, like, he's doing like 20, sub 20 mil attack sets. Even with this, like, maybe he can hit 30 mil sometimes. Defenses are pretty decent. I mean, 3 mil defense, I think, is a pretty, like, 2.5 to 3 mil defense, this is, of course, speaking rainbow level, is a pretty common number to see him at, with high chance to dodge but guard, but that's funny enough not enough for many situations, considering that, let's say 5 mil super, 5 mil super I think that's a general thought process. He'll probably take about, I believe I looked it up in the Dokkan damage taking calculator, with 3 mil defense and guard, you take about like what, 550k, but then this guy's also lowering your own HP, and he's doing a lot of additional supers. You want this so you could actually do damage, but then he's gonna lower your attack, your lower HP. So like a lot of times he's doing more damage to you than he is to a lot of these harder bosses. So let's say he gets one super, then he gets the second additional super attack, then this right here. Let's say he doesn't even get the hidden potential. That's 15% HP. Let's say you have, I don't know, an average of 700k HP. I think is fair at this point. If he takes away 15% of your HP, that is over 100k HP you lose from this guy alone. And then you're going to be in a very dangerous spot for a lot of these other characters. Now, maybe that could help a character like even TEQ Goku, which a lot of people forget. TEQ Goku does actually get additional buffs from being lower HP once he's actually transformed. He does get this right here, which is pretty nice. Pretty much a 97% chance of dodge, which, he could get hit, but for the most part, he'll have this like 97% chance to dodge potentially. HOUI Goku doesn't really get anything from being low HP at that point because you'll probably have this guy's already procced anyways. It's just a mess. And then there's inconsistency where, you could heal past getting this, and it's nice that you'll get this as well, but man, this guy's super inconsistent. This guy's just restricted to reps, which I don't know why he's just restricted to reps for this. I mean, you would feel like this is not an ability he needs, but it kind of is. You lose so much damage from losing this crit. Like, so much potential damage. Because this guy's not doing the craziest damage anyways, but by losing this, oh my goodness. It's just a lot. Especially with how good this guy's link set is, how many teams he's on, restricting him to Raptor Universe 7 like that is just so brutal. So let's talk about him in red zone. He's not a stacking character. He will lower your own HP. He doesn't have a he does have a team protector ability. I think that's something I do want to consider. He has a team protector ability, which is really, really nice. I don't know. I mean, that's pretty much his biggest factor. And it's like, you know, this can be used when the 4-turn resent your turn, but you're also kind of forced to use it because keep in mind, this guy loses all these stats. So it's like a team protector, quote unquote, but you're forced to use it potentially earlier on rather than when the fight is at its hardest. Or else this guy gets creamed and he dies. So, in fact, if anything, he removes a team protector ability that you could have from like AWY, Int Blue Evolution. I mean, like, why does this have to run out? Why can't this be build up? Maybe this could be with one ally, one Reps Universe 7 ally would be way better. You could put like Beast Gohan on the team and have a bunch of reps floating up. Like, I feel like he needs more attack as well, you know? Maybe like even 59% attack here or something. Yeah. It's so weird. It feels like he doesn't even gain anything through the battle. Like, post-revive, he doesn't even gain anything besides... I mean, the 20% extra dodge is cool. And the crit chance. But, like, this is all he pretty much gains. Because he's just getting back what he loses. So he doesn't even get that much stronger through the fight. And he, like... He's not good for red zone. Pretty much. He's like a B tier here. I'm not going to put him in exact tier. But he's, like, just in a B tier range. I mean, I would probably use this guy over Daima Vegeta in Red Zone. But, like, you know, I mean, I think I should switch this and this around. I think this feels right to me. Angel Super Saiyan 3 is nice, but I would rather use a Sir Gogeta and this guy. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. I could also do this. I guess this is fair. Yeah, I think this is fair. I mean, I would still probably rather use these two, but this guy has some stuff to him. He's not like completely garbage, but yeah. I think with a better team, he could look a lot better too, but his design is very frustrating. Blue Kaioken here in Battle Hardened Foes. I mean, he has nothing. No stun, no seal, no, like, you know, action disable, no attack lowering, no nothing. Why would you use this guy in this fight? Like, besides just like a dodge, like, character, and he'll just lower your HP. Even if he dodges every single attack, you still lose HP from this guy, and he's not doing significant damage. He's not like doing anything to the enemy at all. And then his revive is a non-factor here. Maybe if his revive, if it's like if HP's under 50%, then like you can get just a free revive turn, and then you could like get the 70% HP. You could activate some other things, but I mean, I guess there's like an int fat boost strat where you can get this plus this, and then maybe his defense is super mega high. But you know, I just like. He still will lower your HP so much. You do like 5 supers and lower your HP by 25%. Non-factor. Festival battles, no. This guy doesn't even like make top 10 tier list. He's not a consideration. No. Nope, not at all. Poor us, Blue Kaioken Goku. That's funny. Okay. If I would change, I'm gonna make this still a separate video, probably for tomorrow. Like, what would I change for this guy? Stacking attack would be pretty cool. He does not need this. You could just get rid of this. What's the point of this, really, at this point? Like, you don't need that. What else would I change here? Probably extra attack. I mean, honestly, make this build up. That'd be so much better. So that it's like, okay, he makes these TEQ spheres. He could at least heal from this, make this one ally. Make this 200% attack. And that's like a multiple changes. Honestly, I don't have an issue with his revive form. I think it's fine, right? Yeah. Maybe this doesn't have to be 3 turns. And then what if this was attack? And then he gets a huge attack boost. Yeah, attack. Yeah, you know, there's like multiple changes I would make this guy do. Yeah. Multiple different ways you can make him good. But for now, he's mid. He's not garbage, but he's close to garbage. He's pretty mid. He's pretty mid, unfortunately. If he didn't lower his if you didn't lower your own HP, at least it'd be okay. But like, you know, he lowers your own HP, dog. It's cooked. It's cooked. It's good. Okay. Next, let's talk about. I guess we'll just talk about hits. I mean, Red Zone hits supreme. I think his hits is better than all these characters in Red Zone. Besides Kid Goku, the reason why I would say I like Kid Goku better is because Kid Goku doesn't. I feel like Kid Goku is more consistent against all these bosses that disable dodge. And there's the Blue Goku fight as well that I want to consider. This Kid Goku, again, he'll have this. Plus, for the first few turns, he'll have this too. Oh, I don't know. He just will always have this. So he's 60% reduction starting off. And he gets this as well. Like, he's much stronger earlier on. He could have this as well, which is a very, very useful ability. But especially like later on in these like dodge disabling fights and, you know, the locking fights, I feel like this guy is just gonna be a bit better in some of those scenarios where hit may still be kind of dodge or die a bit. I think hits ghost us are huge. Makes me tempted, but I think that probably impacts more in battle hardened foes, where that's where I think hit's better, because hit has so much extra time to build up. And I think that ghost touch in battle hardened foes is just so absurdly good. I think it's enough defense. I haven't used him yet, but I've seen 1 or 2 clips, and from what I know, from what I've seen, hit is able just to get enough stats to just be good there regardless, like no matter what. So let's see. For Red Zone, not Red Zone, battle hardened foes, hit, guess what hit does? Can you guys guess what hit does? He has this. He seals, action breaks, and lowers the enemy's attack with 70% dodge himself. So he also stunts. Like, he does everything in that fight, in those fights. It's top tier for these fights. I'm gonna say I actually kind of like. I might move Glorio down here and do this. I'm feeling this. Yeah. This is what I'm generally feeling. Kid Goku. I don't know. Should I put hit above? I feel like I should do like this. Honestly, Tech Cell's really good in these fights too. I mean, you could move these around. It just depends how you feel. Kid Goku's really good at these fights though, because he also has Ceiling here, which is really good in a lot of those fights. He actually can't debuff. He has the stunt though, which is nice too. He has this 3rd turn heal, which can be very valuable. I don't know. Is hit better than? Maybe I'll do like this. I don't know. I feel like, dude, there's like so many changes you can make like around this. Glorio's debuffing. Like, these characters just have so many different situations where they could all be really good in this fight. I like battle hardened foes because of that. I feel like it's much more situational in the Red Zone. And a lot of these characters are just generally better because you could have stun and stuff and you could still be very valuable. But yeah, no. So we'll talk about S tier Cell next, and he's the character that I wanted to bring up. He's a lot better. We have Hit's team now, so this guy isn't stuck to his own team. Just pretty much gonna be moving him up. I think he's like right here. I mean, with that revive dog, guess what? He's sitting in slot 1 with guard plus, what is that, 65% damage reduction and guard against supers. He's able to tank out normals very easily. He has this domain, which, I mean, I that's the one I almost want to consider a negative still. I feel like the domain hurts your allies more than it helps, but having only one cell means that the domain runs out anyways. So it's a thing of, it'll help your characters more than hurt your characters in red zone, because red zone earlier on aren't going to hit you hard enough to have that issue, but it's going to allow you to I guess be safer for a lot of these build-up characters just in case. I feel like does that make sense? I think early on it'll affect your units better than it would adjust the enemy. And you don't have to worry about it like powering up the Jirens at the end and things like that. Yeah, no, Cell, way better, way better. You could just pair him with AJL or Tech Cell, and this guy's cooking in the red zone fights. So Battle Hardened Foes. I don't think I'm gonna move Cell all the way up. In fact, I honestly kind of might keep Cell here. I think I'll move him up. Yeah, no, I think I'll move him up. I actually might keep a lot of these characters above him though, just because I feel like the Cell kind of is like revive fodder almost. He doesn't really do much in Battle Hardened Foes. Pretty much not at all. I mean, I guess AG also doesn't either. Well, he becomes very tanky. You know what? Screw it. We're gonna do this. Yeah, you know what? I'm doing this. I don't care what you guys think. This is fair, because once he revives, whoo, he's cooking. But he doesn't have any debuffs or anything like that. But post-revive Cell is really good, especially if he's able to build up some of these. Without this, it could be a bit of an issue, that's for sure. But he's able to build up for it, which is cool. Also, another thing about Cell, he could actually take advantage of this more without the domain also buffing the enemy. So this is really cool, like against the Jiren fights, for example. Battle Hardened Formidable Foes, Cell's still useless. So, I mean, not Battle Hardened Foes. Festival Battle Cell's still useless. So, you know, this you're not gonna use them there. Kaioken Janemba, we're gonna keep things a little more brief with them, I think. Kaioken and Janemba are very, very good, but I mean, they're just very good. Kaioken, I mean, yeah, Kaioken just might be up here. Janemba, I think he's up here too. I think I like them both better than these characters down here. I mean, Kaioken or Fafu? I think Kaioken's just better because he's also supporting. He has, I guess this does suck for 7 turns, but he has a Ghost Usher after. He's looking probably better teams. I like Kaioken quite a bit. See, I think he generally, you know, he does more damage. Fafu too has better defenses overall. It doesn't have to rely on the stacking necessarily. Janemba, like transformed, is pretty nasty too. Yeah, no. Even though they have the dodge, that kind of could hurt a little bit, but it's fine. So, yeah, for Battle Hardened Foes, both of them are also top tier. I actually would also say. So, Janemba's just invincible in Battle Hardened Foes, I feel like. Kaioken has the debuffs. He won't really get the Ghost Usher, but he has the debuffs, the seal. Like, he's doing well there too. Plus just instant dodge, right? He's doing quite a bit. And you could technically get the Ghost Usher sometimes. It depends on the fight, which could be very useful. I mean, I've had turn 4 Ghost Ushers happen with the Gogeta card, so definitely could happen with Kaioken. Which, I mean, you could say could happen with Blue Kaioken Goku as well. I guess I'll move him up. Turn 4. But it's his... No, it's... Nah. This is his turn 4 entrance, and he will still hurt you. Whereas Kaioken is just turn from start of battle. Versus active. That's conditional super. Active skill. Yeah, from start of battle. Well... yeah, actually you're not going to get it, because the HPS will be above 50%. I'll still keep him up here. Should I? Decisions. Yes, I still keep him up here. Yeah. And then none of them are really going to be used in festival battles. So there you go. All in all, let's update this final top 10 tier list here. Let's see. I'm going to keep Blue Kaioken out of discussion. I think Cell overall is rating a lot higher, especially with Red Zone. Red Zone is the biggest consideration here. He's pretty good on battle hard and formidable foes too. I'm gonna say S tier Cell. I think I might keep TEQ Cell above him still, but I'm gonna put him above GT Vegeta. Is what I'm thinking for this. I have GT Vegeta and Cell, like they're roughly around the same area. I mean, GT Vegeta, I think this would be better because GT Vegeta doesn't really do any debuffs or anything. I could maybe have Buhan higher, but I think Buhan could be inconsistent at times with Rainbow Key Spheres, which is the only reason why I have him lower there. But maybe I could be underrating Buhan a little bit. I think S tier Cell here works pretty well for me. I do think I actually like TEQ Cell a bit better still. I think overall, especially with this gap here, yeah. But S tier Cell's up there for sure. Then let's take a look here into, I guess, Hit is next. Okay, festival battles, Hits over Kid Goku. Yeah, I think Hit is gonna be better than Kid Goku for me, is what I'm thinking here. So we could just slide these two off, honestly. Well, actually, no. I think if Babu's still on here, we'll do this. Yeah, I think Hit better than Kid Goku. To me, it just feels like it, because it's, you know what it is? It's just the Ghost Usher. Stupid, dumb Ghost Usher ability. Because the thing is that the Ghost Usher, you could just use it anytime from turn 6 onward. Like, yeah. So, in these long fights, you could just use it anytime. No HP restriction. This could be nice for, like, potential shorter fights in Red Zone, but, like, you're not going to see this in Battle Hardened Foes. 99% of times. You could potentially see it, but I don't know. It's that Ghost Usher is really what gets it for me. The Kid Goku probably does more damage, and he's stronger slot 1, but that Team Protector is so good. Let's take a look here. Blue Kaioken doesn't make the list, definitely not. Pikkon. We're gonna rate Pikkon. I think Pikkon and Janemba seem very similar in terms of what they're able to do performance-wise. I think this is Red Zone, huh? Honestly, what if I say this? I kind of like these two over the and Red Zone. I think maybe under, because the dodge disable could be a little annoying. But then I like them better here. I'm gonna say generally I like them better than the other duo. Yeah, I like them better than GT Vegeta though. So we're gonna do this. I think the GT Vegeta, he's not doing anything special in any of these fights. Like, he's just a tanky character. Like, he's Rainbow Orb changing too. That's super massive. No team restrictions, super tanky. But I think I'm going to, yeah, no, I think GT Vegeta under these guys like this. Yeah, just because what I'm thinking, like, you know, in Red Zone, these guys' performance outdo what GT Vegeta is doing. Transform Janemba is. Pikkon has to Ghost Usher. I think the only thing is maybe Pikkon Red Zone could be a little weaker at the end compared to this guy. But I don't think it's going to be like a game changer necessarily, especially with Pikkon's Ghost Usher. I think that's going to be more helpful to you than anything. Battle Hardened Foes, these three all have tools over this Vegeta. Cell, maybe you could say Vegeta's better than Cell in Battle Hardened Foes, but I think, you know, when we also consider Red Zone, it's like kind of a culmination of both of those things. And most of these characters, like you can see these two characters are good in all three of these events, which is why I think they're at the top. Because I do have a little consideration for these. Like, you know, let's see, for example, Fat Boo. Fat Boo over GT Vegeta. Yeah, why not? Yeah, it's great. Let's make people mad today. Who knows? It doesn't matter. I think the spot 10 you can argue for many characters here, but that's whatever. It's not a big deal. Yeah, you know what? Fat Boo. Why not? Because I feel like you could probably... I've seen people actually use Fat Boo a little in festivals. He's not a 0% option. He's probably not, like... I mean... Could you get away with them? Yeah, but I feel like once it gets really hard... I mean... Because I had him here, but, like... I don't know. If you're really gonna use him, though, because he's not attack stacking either. I'm gonna say no. And I'm gonna put GT Vegeta back. Ghost Usher. Ghost Usher. I love the Ghost Usher. But I think GT Vegeta is providing more overall. Is he, though? Because Fat Boo, Battle Hardened Foes is so good. He's actually so absurdly good for Battle Hardened Foes. And in the red zones, dude, he's also just so good for these red zones, actually. The only reason I don't have him this high, I think is because, I don't know. I mean, realistically, you could put it in this tier. But I don't think so. I think his general performance, like his numbers and things like that, like, he's more going to be stalemating in red zone than doing the extra damage. The Ghost Usher could be super useful, though. Compared to, like, even Pycon. Pycon could do decent damage, even. Funny enough. More than you would actually think. More than Blue Cow. Whatever. I think I'll keep it like this. Let me know what y'all think. I mean, you could switch a lot of these characters around. Doesn't really matter, but just a general top, like, whatever. Thanks y'all for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.